Peace and love, you guys. This is going to be a pick a card reading specifically for your money messages, what you need to know at this time, clearing the space with some incense. Okay. So you can go ahead and pick from 3 different piles, whichever pile you are drawn to. Pile 1, your channel message is Big Boss Energy. Pile 2, your channel messages is Underestimated. And pile 3, your channel message is On the Rise, Prime Time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you at your pile. Peace. Okay, pile 1. Your channel message is Big Boss Energy. If you want to also check out your channeled song, you can go ahead and click on the channeled song after or before your reading, whichever, feels good to you. And you will have additional messages through that song as well. Listen to your intuition. Let's start off first with a couple different things your ancestors were telling me. The first thing is I'm hearing something about the perfect side hustle. Okay. So either you are in the process of starting the perfect side hustle or you have already started this process. Okay. This could be a second gig kind of job or side hustle. So this could be 2 different jobs going at the same time, or this is the start of a second job or a second income. Okay. For some of you guys, you may have a boutique. Some of you guys, could be, doing something virtually, like a virtual assistant or something on social media. Someone could be like a dog walker. I am seeing that whatever this is, it doesn't look like a 9 to 5 job, whatever the perfect side hustle is for you. But I am seeing something that is most lucrative, okay? And it best fits you, your lifestyle, okay? Um, they're talking about the side gig, okay? This is something that you can tolerate and enjoy doing for a long time, okay? And it brings in the extra bucks, okay? That's what I'm saying, extra money, which this is your money messages, okay? So the other message is something about delivery. I'm not sure if this is like a delivery service. I'm seeing like groceries, packages, and I'm also seeing people. Um, So this could be like Amazon Flex, Postmates, um, DoorDash, Uber Eats, uh, Lyft. You get my drift. This is what I'm seeing. So like whatever it is, this side hustle could be driving for a ride service or something of that nature. So this may have something to do with a vehicle, a car, you being the driver, okay, or you being the one that has the vehicle to provide the services, delivering some sort of items, or driving around passengers, okay. I am seeing this energy of making $10 an hour after some sort of expenses, or making $11 an hour, $15 an hour, $19 an hour. Um, so whatever it is definitely above minimum wage. So they're talking about utilizing the correct platforms, utilizing multiple platforms, right? Because I just mentioned a few, so those could be, beneficial for you. Maybe these are the maybe this is just confirmation and things that you have already been thinking or things that you're already doing, so that just brings them more into alignment with you. Um, what else? Okay, so they're talking about expenses, so they want to go into the expenses. Um, Doing any type of what we would call a self contractor. I believe that's what it is, an independent contractor. When you're like a driver for any services, or if you're a delivery driver or something like that, but you don't work officially for, let's say, a particular company, and you work your own hours basically. Um, Make sure that you are writing down, like, you have a list for the month or for the week. Both will be very vital for you, especially if you're just starting, or this could be just because they want you to be budgeting. Okay. So if you are providing any services, if you're self-employed or something like that, make sure that you are writing down your expenses versus the money that you are getting, like the cash flow, your income. Okay. Because your ancestors want you to make sure that you are budgeting correctly and you're not missing any payments and stuff like that. Okay. But I am seeing most of the income is definitely going to be coming from some sort of um, either side gig, side hustle, or driver delivery thing. Okay. Some of you guys could be wanting to start a seasonal side hustle. So it doesn't have to be like every single day, every single month, but you're thinking about, like, okay, so let's say spring and summer, I want to do this. And then in the fall, I'm going to do this other thing. Or you'll kind of like couple it up. Like, in the summer and the spring, I'm going to be driving people around because it's going to be really busy. And I'm also going to be doing things for my own business, right? And then in the fall or the winter, I'm going to decide to pick up another side hustle. I'm going to decide to get certified in something else so that way I can make more money. Okay. So they're also saying, in terms of that, make sure that you're choosing something seasonally that is going to make some cash in a shorter period of time, because you want to make sure that the money is still flowing. Okay. Um, some of you guys could do like yard work, cleaning, stuff like that. All right, that can help. Um, they're also talking about something about like the IRS. Yeah, so this is why they want you to make sure that you're writing everything down, because any extra cash that you're making, either self-employed or through these side gigs, um, they are they're filed under Schedule C instead of you getting like a W-2. And so you have to make sure, like, if you're self employed and you pay yourself or you set your own rates, that's going to be a different method of filing it for IRS. But if, let's say, you're working for DoorDash or, Postmates or something like that, they usually send you, they keep track of like how much money they send you and stuff like that. And they give you, like, I believe it's like I don't know if it's like I know it's not a W-2 and I know it's not a W-4. It's something specifically for independent contractors. You're gonna have to get some more information on that. But it's different when you file for IRS. So make sure that you have, all your documentations in a row, especially when you're getting extra income or extra cash flow. Okay. Um, and make sure that if you're working like with a car or your own equipment or something like that, make sure that you are doing the maintenance on it. So make sure, like I said, make sure that you're paying the money that you need to have the payments on time. Like, factor that into your budget. If it's a car and you need to make car payments, that's a business expense. If you need to put gas in it, that's a business expense. If you need to get new tires, that's a business expense. Because all of these things are tax deductible. Oh my God, why am I even talking about this right now? Your ancestors just want you to know, okay? They want you to be prepared. Let me tell you, I delivered the message, okay? This is a lot of information. I haven't even gotten some freaking cards yet. Oh, jeez. Okay. Wow. So lots of changes. All right. So yeah, they're basically saying if it doesn't excite you and you can't stay focused on it for a long period of time, switch the app, switch the job, switch up to a different side gig or side hustle or whatever. Okay. But yeah, okay. So don't get bored. I did see there was a time period where there was like some delays, some setbacks, things kind of slowed down, instead of moving quickly, is what I'm seeing. All right, you could have been a little on the fence or defensive. This was like something unexpected happened or something unpredictable happened and it affected your money opportunities or your money situation. And so this is why, a side gig is always beneficial for you to have. Okay. So what do they need to know? What do they need to know for their money messages? Big boss energy. I mean, like a side gig, we're talking about self-employment. So this is like basically going from like set hours, a specific schedule to I'm working for myself. If I'm off today, I'm off today. If I want to work, I don't know, at like 11 or 10 in the morning or in the evening, I could do whatever I want. Like setting your own schedule, setting your own time, working for whatever company you want to work for. So you're making these big boss moves, basically, right? What do they need to know? Any more money messages for pile 1? Thank you. Ooh, we have the temperance. It's about time. Yes. This is divine timing. This is also angelic assistance. This could have been something that could have been a long time coming since like the winter. It could have taken you about 2 months to get to the part or to the point in which you are right now watching this. I did see angel number 55, 1155. So these angel numbers could be significant. Angel Gabriel is here with you. All right. Ooh, we have the Empress. So at this time, you're in your Empress energy. So not only is I'm hearing this time around, your beauty energy is going to be almost like angelic. That's amazing. It's going to be angelic. It's almost like you appear to be like an angel. You are very beautiful. You're very attractive. You're very alluring. This is the time for you to be more receptive. You should check out your Venus energy at this time as well. I do feel like this could be divine timing in terms of love as well. Wow, that's beautiful. I mean, this is a money message, but all right, we have the Fool energy. So already we have Sagittarius, Libra, Taurus, and Aries energy here. Okay. So these energies could be significant in your sun sign, rising sign, or Venus sign placement. Okay. You are deciding to start fresh. Whatever these side gigs are, whatever these financial opportunities are moving forward, not only is timing in your favor, it's the precise time. You have angelic assistance. You are looking marvelous doing it. You are deciding to take risks. Okay. But the only risks that you're deciding to take are the ones that come to you, not the ones that you go to. That's awesome and that's significant. You're also utilizing your intuition, and you need to pay attention to these angel numbers, these angel messages as well. We have the King of Swords in the reverse. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Star card in the reverse and the Page of Cups in the upright. So let's get to this a little bit deeper. Okay. I want to talk about this King of Swords in the reverse. Okay. Because it's sandwiched in between the Two of Pentacles in the reverse and the Fool here. So this does have something to do with this fresh start. I'm hearing it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. That's probably another channel song for you. On top of the one that I channeled with this energy, which is linked below. I am going to talk about this. So make sure that whatever you're deciding, you have some sort of strategy before you jump into something. Okay. I'm also hearing pack light, right? That's another channel song. I'm going to list all these channel songs below so that way you can, go through all of them. So in terms of the pack light, I'm hearing don't move too quickly if you have not planned something out. Okay. Only approach things that will benefit you with time. So if you have to rush anything, that is not divine timing. Divine timing means I'm going to give you a scenario. Divine timing is you leaving your house and going to, let's say, gas up your car. And as soon as you get to the gas station, you notice prices drop. As soon as you get there. Wow. As you were driving, you saw, okay, well, this is the cheapest, but it's kind of expensive, but it is what it is. And as you drive there and you park booth number, whatever, okay, and then you're walking over, and then you notice as you're walking, boom, one of the workers dropped the price. You're like, wow, that's divine timing. Divine timing looks like you're driving and you're about to come to a halt, and then boom, green light, divine timing. Divine timing is walking into some sort of store or establishment and realizing that there is someone there handing out a potential promotional opportunity. And you just happen to go into that store instead of another store because you were meant to be there. That's divine timing, divinely orchestrated timing. Okay. And you don't even have to do that much because you're in this Empress energy. So the angels are just going to set it up that way. Look at this as you're sitting down and your angels are concocting a cocktail of blessings and opportunities of people that are going to approach you for your best interest financially. However, your angels are also saying, make sure that you're not being a little illogical or unpredictable in terms of what you're planning, your ideas moving forward, because there could be some risks that you could be taking. And you want to make sure that you're paying attention to the priorities that you have. Okay. All right. So sitting in the Empress throne with your money energy lets us know that you are in the state of receiving money, divine money. Okay. Money blessings. Okay. This also means that there's going to be new money opportunities coming towards you. as you're sitting down looking towards the future, you want to make sure that you're planning for the future as well. Okay, you're not making previous mistakes, because we're looking in terms of the reverse. Under the King of Swords is what? The Page of Swords, right? And so you do not want to allow these new ideas that come in that you want to take risks with. Make sure that you are studying, make sure that you are getting the information needed before you take a risk, is what they're saying here. Okay, with the Two of Pentacles here, make sure that you are not dropping any priorities. Make sure that you are not missing any important dates or events. Make sure that you are budgeting correctly. You don't want to, this is like juggling, okay, what's better, this or this. Is if you can juggle two different side gigs at the same time, that's great. But notice what gives you this Empress energy where you don't have to do much and still receive more blessings. Just make sure that you don't overload yourself, okay? I'm also seeing this energy, the Star is here, okay? The Star is in the reverse. So there's something that needs more attention to healing, okay? In terms of your finances. So make sure that, because I feel like you're trying to come out of a period of healing, make sure that you're not overdoing this. Where, because you're already in the Empress energy, that doesn't mean that you don't stop, taking care of yourself. This means that now you have to take care of yourself, take care of your finances, and then plan for the future all together, right? Because I do see that there's some opportunity here where someone's going to approach you. This could be romantically. This could be someone that is, very enchanted with you because you're in the energy of the Empress, and they want to offer you something, but you have to make sure that you're taking a logical approach, that you're not seeing things from an unhealed place before you go ahead and take a risk in whatever this is financially. Okay. So for some of you, this is like you're still not healed from an air sign or a water sign. And so you have to make sure that you're not, like I said, making those choices from an unhealed place. All right, we have the Two of Cups here. So this is a divine timing relationship or partnership. This could be a soulmate connection. We are talking about money right now. However, this could be love or finances. I'm really targeting money at this time. So this is a divine business partnership, okay, that is coming in and will be angelically formed. All right. Since it's coming up in the upright for you, I do feel like this is the energy of something that is harmonious. So you're bringing something here to the table, they're bringing something here to the table, and it's a strong bond and connection. All right. Could be a strong soul bond or a spiritual bond here. Anything else? What else do they need to know? With their money messages? What else do they need to know with their money messages? What you're bringing to the table is this compassion energy, okay? Being very empathetic, all right? This is a time for you to share your love, share your feelings. This is what is coming out for you. We have the Six of Swords in the reverse here, and this is clarifying this Empress energy, which is interesting because the Six of Swords is talking about moving on to calmer waters. But as you're sitting into this Empress energy, right, I do feel like there's something here that you want to go back to, review, reevaluate, okay? This could be about, like I said, a previous relationship maybe, okay? That now you're realizing, I know, I get this energy. You're going back to, it's not that you're going back to the relationship. You're going back to the energy that you used to be before that relationship. Wow. So how you used to be mentally, how you used to be emotionally, how things just flow to you in a financial, no. This is what's happening. And this is not saying, oh, you're going to, same old you energy. This is like same old you 2.0, you know? Because same old you could have probably went back to that relationship once you started feeling good about yourself. But now it's like you have that mentality of who you used to be, but you're not going back to that person or that relationship or those habits that you had in that relationship. It's like you're progressing from, the loss of that relationship, if you get what I'm saying, okay? Or whatever you did lose in that relationship. That's what's coming out here. All right. Ooh, the Tower. Okay. The Tower is clarifying this, the Fool energy, okay? And so this new risk, this fresh start that I was talking about, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, right? Sudden. It's like one day you wake up and you're like, wow, I just feel so good. It's like I want to take, new chances, new opportunities. I want a new chapter for myself. Sudden change. But guess what? For this sudden change to have happened, something had to kind of be shaken up in your life. We're talking about money, right? And so something had to kind of change, shift very quickly for you to get on your feet, basically, right? This is another thing that I want you to notice. Notice how this relationship right here, okay, this person has the same clothing as the Fool, okay? So the one that you are going to be in business partnership, all right, of some sort, this relationship here, money relationship, the divine timing is actually going to be this person approaching you in the form, this person has the Fool energy and you have the Empress energy, and this is how you two meet, okay? So there's sudden changes here. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So, okay, remember how I said your strategy. Make sure that you're not, don't stop planning, okay? Even if you, let's say, don't have enough experience to plan financially, or like, let's say, do your, I don't know, because they said something about IRS or something, like maybe your taxes and you don't know how to do that, or make sure that you get someone that knows what they're doing, right? Don't just invest in anything where you can lose your profits and your earnings, right? Make sure that whatever you're investing in is something that's going to multiply or gain interest instead of you losing, quote unquote, your actual interest in the situation. You don't want to waste your time, but also like you don't want to lose your financial investments in this situation, okay? So make sure that this is actually going to pay off long run. Because I do see, with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, you don't want to be giving too much money out to get your financial independence or your financial security. Okay. Then we have the Queen of Wands here. So you have to be confident in the choices that you're making. Okay. That's really what I'm seeing here. Be confident to use your intuition. Is this a priority? Is that a priority? Am I able to do this? Do I have enough time to do this? So make sure that you are not missing out on opportunities here that's going to actually benefit you. Plan it out correctly. All right. And then we have the Justice card here. If someone owes you some sort of apology, if someone offered you something fishy that wasn't right, if someone played this energy in terms of emotionally being immature towards you, whether it be a karmic partner, a karmic cycle, or anything like that, that you're still struggling with healing from, I do see that justice is going to be in your favor spiritually, emotionally, and energetically. Okay. But what you need to know is that you don't have to worry about how they're going to get their karma. That's their business behind the scenes, not yours. But I do see that financially, you have to make a lot of different choices moving forward. And I gave you a lot of messages for you to think about. Comment down below. Let me know how this resonates for you. And I will see you guys soon. Peace. Okay, pile 2. Um, let's see what messages I got for you. So your channel message was underestimated. And if you want to check out your channel song, it's right underneath, pile 2's timestamp. So let's get to your ancestor messages first. Your ancestors kind of want to tell you before I get to the cards. So they're talking about being late. Never be late. Never be late. Interesting. What are you talking about? Something about 6 months or 6 months. What? All right, 6 months penalty. Something about automated payments. Is this about a credit card or something? Is this about like your credit score? Something can impact your credit score, so don't be late. Don't be late paying those credit cards, man. Even if you have to just do the minimum payment, that's probably what they're saying. Even if it's gonna take you 6 months to pay something off, still be on time with making the payments, because I believe it's like 35% of your. Why are we talking about this right now? I mean, their money messages, right? Okay, so they're saying it's 35%, I believe. All right, you can cross check. It's 35% of your credit score if you are late paying your bill. And if for whatever reason all you can do is pay the minimum, at least 35% of your grade, all right, for your credit score is going to be, raised. Think about it that way. Because I feel like even like for you to, like, if you have more debt, I believe that's less than 20% of your grade. So it's better for you to pay on time and still owe a lot. And I'm not saying this as a financial advisor. I'm just saying this as, when things get tough, I understand. And so does your ancestors. Okay. And so I feel like there's an ancestor saying, listen, we know that times get tight and tough, but you want to continue to raise your credit score for whatever goal you have, and you know what goal you have, okay? And so this is going to benefit you in the future for you to continue to do this, even if you have to do the minimum payments and have to pay, a longer period of time. Whenever you can, throw more chunks of money, you can. But for right now, focus on the minimum payments. It's going to benefit you, all right? And increasing your credit score. So no late credit card bills, okay? Or whatever bill you have that's affecting your credit score specifically, okay? They're also talking about make sure that the first credit cards that you're paying off has, the highest APR percentage, and that's your annual percentage rate. So you have to probably go with your credit card and go look at what's the highest rate. And when I say highest rate, I'm saying like over 20%. If it's over 20%, almost 30%, that's an extremely high rate. So you want to make sure that those are paid off first and almost paid off in full, versus the other ones that are kind of a low interest rate, because the interest rate, they'll hit you with the interest rate payments of what you owe, okay, every month. So you're paying what you owe plus interest of whatever you owe. right? So I'm going to break it down for you. If you owe $100 and your interest rate is, for whatever godly reason, 30%, okay? Just rounding up so that way it could be like straight numbers that you're going to understand. You're going to owe $130 a month, or that month, okay? If you owe $100 for this month, we're going to put it, if you owe $100 for this month, you use $100 on your credit card, you owe $100. They're going to also add $30 because that's 30% of that 100. So now you owe 130 when you only spent 100. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you are paying the highest interest rate in your credit card, because you don't want to be slapped with that penalty over and over again, and then you start feeling discouraged because you're getting nowhere fast, and you're freaking out. Like, you don't want to do that. So make sure that you're paying off the highest APR rate credit card, all right, or APR car loan, or APR mortgage, okay. What else can have an APR? I think that might be it from what I know. If your situation is something different, then you can comment down below so that way I can get educated. But yeah, the highest interest rate first, and make sure that you're making all the on-time payments, regardless if you can't pay it all in full. Okay. What else? You can set up automated payments, but I would always recommend not just doing it specifically from your checking account. And this is why, because sometimes we get unexpected expenses, okay? And so you can set up a different checking account specifically for all your credit card bills, okay? And then link that specific checking account for your credit card bills. And then when you're going to pay your credit card bills, put in that money that you're going to pay, and then just do the automated, payments that way. Now, if you can't do that for whatever reason, then just do it however you've been doing it. That's what they said. But eventually try to do it that way, so that way you don't have a hassle of, like, how much money you have set for your credit card bills or whatever loan on one side, and then how much money you have for, like, let's say your regular bills and your expenses and stuff like that. Now they're talking about landlord. What are you talking about? Something about a rent or your budget. What are you talking about, Spirit? Hold on. So, okay, they're talking about your rent. If your rent can be reported, like if you pay monthly rent, sometimes it could be reported to your credit score. Okay, are you guys trying to raise your credit score? There's a lot of credit score stuff. A lot of credit score channel messages. Let me know if you're trying to raise this or this is going to help you somehow. So there's some places that they could actually track your credit score, and so they're talking about making sure that maybe you can benefit from that. So ask your landlord if they can report your rent payments to the credit bureau, or if they can do that, if it's possible that they can do that, or if they already do that but you didn't even know. Okay. And then find out what credit bureaus it's being reported to, right? Because there's 3. Okay, yeah, I think those that's it. All right, let's get to your cards. I was like, there's a lot of credit stuff. Like, you can swear that I'm like a financial advisor in here. I'm not. These are just channel messages. Okay. So maybe you guys really needed that information. Okay. What is going on here for pile 2, what do they need to know? And it's funny because they gave you a time frame. This is 6 months. Something about 6 months. Ooh, the Ace of Pentacles is down. Ooh, baby. Okay. Why is it down, Spirit? Because if it's down, this is an opening. But if it's down, that means that there's a closed situation here. I take it as whatever was losing you money is closing. If there was a financial opportunity that wasn't for you, you didn't take it or you won't take it. I feel like that's what's going on here. And I feel like we're talking about the last 3 months. Okay. There was something that you weren't supposed to take, or there was like something that closed up, a chapter that closed up the last season. Okay. It could be significant. Last 2-3 months. All right. There we go. All right. I was about to say that the Ace of Pentacles is down. I hope you have more Pentacles, and you do. You have the 2 of Pentacles here. That's good. That's good. Okay. What else is here? We have the Queen of Wands reverse. We have the Star card and the Page of Cups reverse. Okay. This is the exact mirrored energy from the first pile, from these 2 cards. So it's mirrored now. So this is a different energy. Interesting. Okay. I just want to pull a couple more cards. Anything else here for pile 2? Oh, we got Judgment. Anything else for pile 2? Anything else for pile 2? So something is healing with your finances. Something is being restored with your finances. We were talking a lot about your credit score. This is restoring your credit score from where it used to be, like where it is right now, to where it used to be if it was higher, right? Maybe you got denied an offer. Maybe you got denied a credit card, or maybe you got denied a loan, or you weren't able to pay for something or buy something because you didn't have enough funds or something like that, right? I feel like that. I feel like this happened because also you need selenite. You need selenite. You need to be wearing selenite. You need to have selenite around you. You need to meditate with selenite, because your ancestors have been trying to give you money messages and you're not listening to them clearly. Okay? That's another message. But the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is talking about an opportunity that you could have missed because of your credit score. Or if you fix these things with your credit score, or whatever's going on with credit cards or a loan or something like that, you'll be able to have more opportunities coming up in the future. So maybe this past 3 months, this last season, this last year, there's something that was closed to you, and this is why they're explaining it. Okay, you had a lack of confidence in your intuition. You weren't making very bold actions because of it, and you were looking at things from a different perspective. You thought you had the money, you thought you had enough funds, you thought you had enough resources, but there was more things going out than coming in. Okay. That being said, you also did not see an opportunity that was near you that you could have taken advantage from, or advantage of, to have an open door with your finances. You know, this could be a new career, a new venture, a new project, a new investment, some sort of new resources that you could have had access to, but you weren't looking in that direction. You were looking the other way. Like you were looking at things from a different perspective. And you also weren't listening to your intuition. So use selenite and amethyst to strengthen your intuition, especially if you do money grids. Make sure you have selenite, amethyst, and carnelian together in the form of a grid to enhance this for your financial ventures, okay, or your financial manifestation. Um, so with the Two of Pentacles here, moving forward, your messages are you have to plan correctly for the things that you have to pay off, okay? There could be some things like besides your bills, right? Anything that's affecting your credit score or allowing you to build a healthier credit score, right? Because the Star card is here underneath the Page of Cups. And so you may need to restore or enhance your credit score or your financial opportunities. Okay, so make sure that you have not just your checkings account and your savings account, but make sure that you have some sort of money investment flow to increase the opportunities that you may have missed out on previously this last season, this last year, so that way you'll be able to use your judgment, okay, correctly, because you weren't listening to your intuition in terms of that situation. I do feel like that is what caused the lack of confidence within you in terms of the decisions you were taking action on, right? That could even have impacted your optimism in the situation financially of whatever you were going through. Um, Now, this is not to say that these opportunities are not going to happen for you. I just feel like it wasn't the right time for you to utilize that resource or that income or to get that job opportunity. If you get what I'm saying, it wasn't that time because you weren't listening to your intuition, and your ancestors weren't going to send you into a battlefield of like hardships financially, even though it kind of feels like you already are in that type of energy right now. They're saying that there's more income that you're going to be able to manage in the future, but now you have to listen to your intuition. You need to enhance your intuition and be confident in the decisions that you're going to be making moving forward. This is also talking about stop looking into the past, bad investments, and start looking to the future. Okay, because I feel like as you're slowly healing these things, and they did give you a time frame, they said 6 months. Okay, so something that would usually take someone 1 to 2 years, my love, it's actually going to take you 6 months. But like they said, this is slow and steady and consistency, okay? With whatever this is financially for you. Make sure that you're also looking at the different resources that maybe you have also used in the past. You may be able to couple that with whatever finances is coming now. I would say in the next 3 to 6 months. So either in the spring or summer could be significant that's coming back around for you to be able to heal or restore whatever's going on for you financially in your life. Okay. Make sure that you are grounded when it comes to the security of your finances and these resources. So like I said, make sure that you have an event planner. So if there are certain bills that are due on certain days, you have, like I said, those automated payments. If you need to separate, into two accounts, so you have one account for your bills and one account for personal expenses, or one account for your bills and one account for your business expenses, whatever this is, make sure that you are balancing things out accurately, okay, so that way you don't get caught by surprise, right? So you can even have a reminder on your phone for a certain bill that's due 7 days before it's due, so that way you don't get surprised, so that way you can prepare yourself for that payment, right? I do feel like there's this energy here that you need to work on for you energetically. So this is not even financially, but this is energetically. You have to forgive yourself for those past mistakes. you could have been young. You could have been a little naive. Maybe there was a situation where you were going through a situation where it was hard for you to forgive other people. And then you started to, have difficulty with forgiving yourself with current mistakes that you were making. And maybe, your money started hemorrhaging out, right? And so, maybe you were an emotional spender or something like that. But now you're learning from that situation. So don't hold that, against you moving forward is what they're saying, okay? All right, let's see what's going on here. I did see angel number 4949. So they are talking to you through angel numbers as well. All right, angel number 44 as well. Okay, we have the 6 of Wands reversed. Right, so they're really talking about whatever this past situation was. Oh, I didn't get the loan. I didn't get a credit card. I wasn't able to buy the car. I got denied, right? Because the 6 of Wands in the upright is victory, is people cheering you on. And so you felt like you weren't being supported financially with new opportunities that you wanted to get, right? And so what your ancestors are saying is it wasn't the time for that to happen. You had to first go through some sort of struggle or realization on what not to do before they give you everything that you need to move forward, right? It's better for you, let's say, go through hardships with a little bit of money than to go through hardships with big lump sums of money and then not have any more money at all, right? And so that's what they wanted you to go through. Like they wanted you to slowly learn from something. I feel like your ancestors show you tough love, which you know how that goes. It does not feel good at all. It does not. All right, what's going on here? So yeah, that's what was happening. Okay, the Knight of Cups. I feel like with whatever you do have right now, because I do feel like you have some sort of resources and you do have some sort of income. All right. Or at least you have plans here to manage something here financially. I do feel like they're saying this time around, your charm is not going to get you what you wanted in the past. And I don't know what that is. So this time around, it's not charm that's going to get you, it's strategy. It's and when I say get you, like get you to the opportunities that you want. So it's not just like being able to say the good things that you need to say to get the opportunity, right? Or just to be naturally sweet and kind and compassionate, because you are these things, but I feel like this is not what you need. This is not the energy that you need to get the opportunity or the resources that you need moving forward, right? I feel like that's just something in the past that you did have, or that you thought confidently, well, I'm just going to do it this way and then everybody's going to love me, or everybody's going to like this idea, or people are going to support me. And it may have helped you before in the past, but not this time around moving forward for your finances, okay? Okay. What's this? Okay. Interesting. So are you planning to move anytime soon? Has that thought crossed your mind? I want to move to a new apartment. I want a house. I want to buy land. I want to, buy real estate, something of that nature. Okay. I feel like you're lacking a little confidence in this situation because you stopped listening to your intuition in terms of that. I do feel like this is something that they want you to plan for in the future. So we're saying anywhere between 1 to 2 years, right? And so you need to have a plan for that, right? And in order to have a plan for that, when you're planning to buy anything or when you're planning to move anywhere, usually they pull your credit score, right? And so this is probably why you had a lot of credit score messages earlier in the beginning. And so they want you to plan, if you're planning to move or you're planning to purchase something, right? Make sure that your credit score is being worked on, because that's the first thing that they look at, right? Do they make their payments on time? That's the main thing that they're really looking for. They're not just looking for the number. In reality, they just want to know, are you going to pay us back? And are you going to pay us back on time? Right? That's what they really want to know, whatever it is. Okay? Um, it just is what it is at this point, especially because of everything that's been happening financially. Um, I do feel like I said, charm is not going to get you that far at this time because right now everybody's going through financial hardships and they want to know I need my money. Um, so then we have the Four of Pentacles here for you. That's underneath your Judgment. So I want to kind of let you know at this time. Um, Hold on, you guys. I don't want this to shut off on me. Because I just saw that this is not charging. Okay, here we go. There we go. So, back to your message. So yeah, the Four of Pentacles is talking about budgeting. It's also talking about what you possess, your possessions. So your judgment call is what do you keep and what do you leave alone? What's working for you, what's benefiting you right now, and what's not financially. Because we're talking about something that has to go. The Ace of Pentacles is down. We have the 2, we have the 4, that's 6 of Pentacles. That's giving and receiving, which is good energy. But what are you giving to, and are you getting benefits from it? Or is it taking more of your energy, taking more of your time? Are you getting exhausted doing it, right? Is your finances being exhausted, moving out, right? Is it hard to kind of hold on to all of these things, right? That you are maybe paying for or trying to keep for a long period of time? Make sure you're listening to your judgment. And it's not just listening to your judgment. There could have been a calling within yourself or specifically from your spiritual team that you weren't listening to. Hey, this thing has to go. You have to stop spending money here. You need to budget, maybe look for a different plan. There could be something that you are bleeding money out into because you're trying to hold on to it, and you may need to look at other options financially or resourcefully to be able to get you to where you want to be, right? Then we have the 7 of Pentacles here. So I just want you to see the progression. Losing money, starting to receive money, starting to juggle, starting to hold on to money, starting to look at your investments. This is a pattern. This is your pattern, right? You're starting now. You have to think about, okay, this past season or this past year, this was the pattern. Started bleeding out money, don't have opportunities, then you get some money, now you're juggling, what do I do with it? Then you're like, well, I just want to hold on to it, and if I save it, then that's maybe the best call for me. And then you get to this point where you saved enough money, and then you go, so what do I do with it? And there goes the loop again with the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to spend this out. And then you go back to the 6 of Pentacles, right? Which now you're trying to figure out, what do I need to do to receive more money? Who do I give my money to? What do I invest in? All over again, right? And so you want to make sure that you are increasing your finances, not just, paying out and then going back into that same cycle. So make sure that your investments are going to be successful. You should not be investing in repeat and repetition, meaning every month, right? Every year, you should not be spending out a certain amount of money on something that is not going to be successful, okay? That is not going to make you feel accomplished in whatever goal you have, is what your ancestors are saying. We have the Temperance in the reverse. So we're going back to timing. These multiple priorities that you have, your timing is off. With the Temperance in the reverse, something is not divinely orchestrated here in terms of timing, which means that you may need a little bit more, protection in terms of your finances, your financial accounts, or your financial investments, okay? Whatever you're looking to do in the future may not be the best time to do it, is what I would recommend. Especially, like I said, if you're wanting to move. I want to move right now. I want to move, next month. I want to move 2 months from now. I don't feel like that's the best timing. Maybe 1 to 2 years from now, because there's a lot of things that you need to kind of restore based off of these patterns, right? And you have to kind of really sit with yourself and be honest with yourself and say, okay, well, these are my bad habit patterns in terms of finances, and this is what I want to do actively every day, every week, every month to make sure that I don't go back to this cycle. And then we have the Two of Pentacles here again, right? So the Two of Pentacles, we broke that down over here, but this is also bleeding onto this energy, right? Where you lack confidence, you're not listening to your intuition, you're going back to this cycle, boom, boom, boom. I want to move. I want to move to a new apartment. I want to move to a new home. I want to own home, right? Because we have the Four of Pentacles. You want to own something. You want to have some sort of ownership. You want some sort of possession here. You get what I'm saying? Whatever this is, it could be a car, it could be a house, whatever it is, right? It could be a mobile house, a mobile home, right? Whatever this is, you can't accomplish it if you don't have confidence or the confidence to follow through with your intuition in the actions, right? Or as you're taking action, then you lack confidence in what you're doing, and then you become pessimistic, right? So that can also be blocking your opportunities moving forward, right? Because let's say you're doing the money mantras and then all of a sudden you start feeling, man, these money mantras aren't working. And then you block yourself, right? You start, let's say you're self-employed and you raise your prices, or you start working at a place and, you feel like, man, I don't like it here. So I'm going to quit, or I'm going to look for something else. And then you don't find something else that's tangible, but you already quit, something of that nature. Don't block yourself. Don't block your blessings. This could also feel like not being confident that the angels are with you when they're always with you, right? So this is establishing a healthier, stronger connection with your angelic team as well through this financial venture, okay? I want to get a couple more messages for you. What else do they need to know? All right, we have the Page of Swords. This came out this way, so I'm going to leave it that way, okay? You have the Page of Swords. So there's still some things that you need to learn in terms of your own judgment. We have the Four of Wands. So we're talking about restoring your home, restoring harmony, restoring peace, restoring happiness, right? Restoring the structure, the stability, the foundation of your household, right? Forgiving yourself for whatever happened before, and then we have the Three of Swords reversed. Your last card is the Page of Wands here, reversed. So healing needs to take place, all right, emotionally, because there's a reason why you're trying to hold on to things or not let go of something, put it like that, not let go of something, right? But there's a calling here for you to release, so that way you can heal your heart, so that way you can heal your they're saying heal your mental health as well, because you don't want this to be the reason why you could be hoarding something, right? It's also easier for you to, maybe there's some things that you have to pack up and donate, right? And the more that you pack up and donate things, right, the more you're in the energy of receiving. And I know that sounds so crazy, but when you start to give things away, you're telling the universe, I have more room for more. I have room for new clothes. I have room for new equipment. I have room for new money. I have room for new furniture. I have room for, whatever it is that's coming in, right? As you're letting go, you're also saying that this doesn't bother me and I'm not holding on anymore, right? I feel like that's something that's going on in there. And then with the Page of Swords here, I feel like this is something that it's like over your head. It's been going over your head for a while. Well, what do I have to let go of? Well, why am I holding on to things? You have to dig in deeper. You have to ask yourself the right questions. You have to meditate on this situation, because I'm not always going to say that the Three of Swords in the reverse is about a breakup, because sometimes it's not for everyone, right? It can be about separation, period. It could be about separation, separating from a friend, separating from a business, separating from family, having separation anxiety. And so you cling on to something. And so the only thing you could cling on to may be family, or the only thing you can be clinging on to is financially, financial opportunities or money, or, specific objects, possessions, right? And so everybody's a little bit different, right? And this is a general reading. But whatever this is, it's not allowing you to be inspired anymore. It's not allowing you to take action in what you really desire. It's also causing this lack of optimism. So I don't really feel like, if you've ever asked, like, oh, what is my money blockage? Is someone sending me the evil eye? Is someone, stopping me? I feel like this is more something that you have to release. Could be a pattern that could have happened when you were growing up as a child that you could be mimicking. And like I said, it's going right over your head. You don't even know that it's happening. And so, like, you may need to ask the right questions, whether that be, going to therapy, going life coaching, or doing Reiki healing, or doing shadow self, journaling, really asking your inner child, what happened around this time. Why do you have this relationship with money? Who showed you this relationship with money? And doing this in a meditative state could be significant, right? Because I did see that healing that needs to take place. This is probably why you also have this energy of having a hard time to forgive others or forgive yourself for certain things, right? Not feeling unappreciated or undervalued in circumstances, even when you're, investing a lot, right? Feeling like you're losing out on your investments, right? Even though you're working very hard and you're looking at all the time, all the effort, all the energy you're pouring in, and you just feel like the angels aren't with you, right? And so I feel like this is what's going on here, right? I don't feel like this has anything necessarily to do with a money blockage, but more with a belief system that could have been ingrained into you, into your adolescent years, or some sort of adolescent experience that could be something that you need to separate yourself from, something that you could be holding on very tightly to, needs to be released in order for you to gain all of these pentacles, right? Because I do see opportunities here coming in for you, but your angels didn't want you to, or your ancestors didn't want you to kind of fumble those finances. So they allowed you to go through this struggle to kind of see this, to see if you would catch this pattern, right? And once you kind of deal with this on an energetic, emotional, and mental energy, you will start seeing the finances come in. I actually want to pull one more card here. Yeah, we have the Page of Cups. So there is some sort of message coming in where there wasn't before with the Page of Cups reversed. So if you go ahead and you heal this, there is an opportunity coming in that will favor you. I am seeing that. But these are your messages. Go check out your channeled song. Okay. There could be more messages there, right? And I am going to go on to pile number 3. Peace. Okay, pile 3. Let's see. So your channeled message that I got for you guys was on the rise, prime time. Okay, on the rise, prime time. And before we get to the cards, I did want to pull some energy, channel messages from your ancestors. I'm seeing shopping. I'm hearing check your inventory. So is this shopping for like a business? Because we're talking about inventory. I'm seeing shopping trips. Okay, that's what they're saying. Make your shopping trips count. Okay, now I'm seeing a vision. Have you ever gone to a store and you grabbed a couple things and then you come home and then you go, oh man, I forgot the blank, right? And then you go out and then the same day, you go out and you go get that thing, right? And you probably remember a couple other things and you get that too. And then you come back home and then later that evening, you remember or you're talking to someone, that you live with, and then they remind you of something else that you didn't get that you were supposed to get, right? So make your make your shopping trips count. Make sure that you're writing lists. All right. You don't want to waste more gas or you don't want to make multiple trips. You get what I'm saying? Like you don't want to do that, right? I'm seeing engine number 111. So it's easier for you to make a shopping list or check everything that you do have and what you want to have and have a set list, right? Especially if you guys are the ones that are, the go-to of I'm gonna get this much of something. Like you always get like, I don't know, 2 gallons of milk, or you always get like 3 loaves of bread because you have a big family, or you always get a set amount of cereal boxes. If you already know what you usually get, then go ahead and write that down, right? And it doesn't even have to be just your groceries. It could be like your toiletries, your cleaning supplies for the house. It can be, things that you need for your business. Like I said, it doesn't even have to be, home stuff. It could be business. Like what you usually get, how much of it do you get? I'm seeing, Walmart, I'm seeing Target. So that way you could already have a set, list, especially if you guys order online, or you could even benefit by, saving the trip of even going into the store and, order online and pick it up at the store because now they have that, right? It's not just you have to, maybe you can't afford getting it delivered to you, but maybe you can pick it up, that will be beneficial to you. It will save you time. It will save you gas. It will save you energy, whatever works for you. It's like a trifecta of saving, right? So you save money, but not paying for the shipping. You get exactly what you need, what you want. You don't have to bag it, right? You save energy, right? You won't be tempted by other items that you don't necessarily need. So especially if you're like one of those people that like to be like, oh, I also want this, because you're just there. Maybe you're shopping. If this is like a situation, like if it's food and you're hungry at the moment, maybe you get more things that you actually do not need, especially if you guys are on diets. I'm not picking on you, I swear. That's what they're saying. Especially if you're on a diet, you're not supposed to grab that cake, or you're not supposed to grab those carbs, and I don't know what it is. You grab that ice cream or chocolate or something. Make sure that you're like pre-ordering it and picking it up. And then you go on your merry way, right? Another thing is make sure that you're eating before you go out. Take 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes if you have to, right? To eat something before you leave. So that way, you're not tempted. There we go, temptation. Tempted to buy something that you really don't need, right? Or drink something that you don't need to drink, is what I'm saying, right? Um, what else? So they're talking about, okay, now they're talking about food, right? On the topic of food, they're talking about you need more. I don't want to say veggies, but I want to say herbs, right? I'm not. I don't know if they're talking about like herbal teas blends or something like that, or they're talking about like actual herbs, like instead of the spices that you usually get for your seasoning, they want you to, they being your ancestors, by the way, they want you to chop up fresh herbs and put it in your food. Yes, you'll get more benefits for it being fresh. And when I say fresh, this is like it's not dried up, right? It hasn't been through too many because when you dry up your herbs, you dehydrate the herb or the spice, right? That being said, when you have the herbs and you're chopping it up and stuff like that, it still has as much minerals and nutrients as it is from getting it from the earth. And so I feel like you need more nutrients and more minerals from fresh herbs or herbal teas. Okay. Some of you may have a garden or may have been thinking about starting a little herbal garden, and that's just a confirmation for you that you should definitely do it. And you can start with like little cuttings. I think it's called like propagating or something like that, and you guys can like search more about that, in all your time. But yeah, so you may need to kind of perhaps purchase some basil or some parsley or thyme, things of that nature, right? Green onion, just to have it in your home, okay? Anything else? Home. They're talking about avoiding convenience stores. Why are we talking about these things? These are money messages. Oh, so this is where all the money is going. Interesting. They want you to save money. So in order to save money, you have to realize your habits. Where is the money going? Where is the money going? The money's going in excessive gas. The money's going to those convenience store trips. The money's going to, eating unhealthy foods. That's where the money breach is going, and so you may need to budget, according to that, right? So yeah, they said avoid convenience stores, right? The last minute needs and stuff like that. It all comes to a price, right? You're like, oh, I really need to get this thing. And in reality, you could have, like I said, written a list and already had purchased it or planned to purchase it on one day instead of constantly going back and back and back to the same store for other little items that eventually end up being over $50 or being over $100 or something like that throughout the month, So make sure that, let's say you constantly just buy things little by little. It may be time to buy things in bulk. Notice how much that you need. Find a store that's going to be able to, or a distributor that's going to be able to give something to you in bulk that you're going to be able to utilize for a long period in time, especially if you have a big family. Or if you just don't like, having to keep going back to the source, right? Make sure that you are able to get things in bulk, right? So there are some supermarkets that you can get things in bulk. There are some stores, or not stores, distributors that you can get like candles and clothing and all kinds of stuff in bulk. Especially, like I said, if you have a big family, right? And that's significant here, okay? Unless it's like something like, oh, you have to go to the pharmacy, then you can't really necessarily get those things in bulk, right? Especially if it's like medications, right? But they do have, mail order medications, so you don't have to go to the pharmacy and pick it up, which, like I said, saves money on gas. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. What's happening? What do they need to know for pile 3? All right, what do they need to know for pile 3? Oh, okay. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. What? 8 of Pentacles. All the money's coming. See, this is the thing. You needed to know where the money was going so that way you can see how much money you really do have. You do have a lot of money. And you work really hard for it. Okay? Or you're working really hard to keep this, flow of money and maybe even generational money, right? Keep the money in the family type thing, right? We have the Star card here, and so we have you're moving on to a steady and reliable path, but that's in the reverse, and we have the Star card reverse. I want to talk about this before I get to this, and I know you guys got so excited when you saw the Pentacles, but hold on, wait a minute. Let's talk about this, because there's some sort of healing here that's not happening. And I feel like it's affecting you, feeling like you're not moving at the right pace, getting towards the path that you need to go on. You feel like, things are not sturdy, things are not secure or not reliable. And I do feel like this is significant here in terms of your finances specifically. Now, for some of you, this could definitely be not having faith on, your plans moving forward financially, right? You could be getting a little discouraged. This could have something to do with moving, right? You want to move somewhere, you want to go somewhere, you want to move to a different apartment, you want to move to a different house or something like that, or you want to move to a different environment, a different state, a different city, but you're lacking faith. You're in this like despair energy, right? Now, going back here, you do have a lot of resources. Okay, you've been working hard to achieve this. There's been a lot of self-improvement and self-development financially and with your resources, right? But there's a lack of self-trust, and this is something that you have to heal, right? There's a lack of belief or faith in what you desire in your dreams, like your dream home, your dream property, your dream life, your dream environment. That's fading. And so you have to work on that, right? The Knight of Wands here in the reverse is really talking about the energy of not feeling as inspired, not being as energetic, right? Not passionate enough to continue, right? And I feel like all of these things are significant in terms of your message here. Now we're going to go back to the 8 of Pentacles. So with your 8 of Pentacles, this is everything that you've been working on, okay? Everything that you've been improving within your finances, for your resources, for your income, right? I feel like you've been working on this a lot. I will say that. You've been working on this a lot. And You could be working on this in terms of like your family finances, financial stability, security for, your those that you're going to pass it down to, right? We have generational finances here, inheritance, right? This is what you're working on building, right? Steadily. Some of you guys could have been trying to work on gaining another skill or enhancing another one of your talents or skills, right? This is also a tradesmanship energy, right? Where you have services or some sort of resources that you can offer that can make you a lot of money, and you have a lot of potential here. But this lack of faith, this lack of passion and energy is not allowing you to see all this, because you're spending not just money that you don't need to spend, but also energy that you could invest in something that you can utilize for the future, right? Let's see what else is here. Okay. So we have the hangman in the reverse. So there's something that you do not want to sacrifice and you do not want to let go of. So that's something here that also needs to get worked on, because the hangman is in the reverse. So the hangman in the reverse is saying, I'm too uncomfortable with the situation. Get me down now. I don't want to do this, right? However, when we are in a hangman energy, this is just for us to have the enlightenment, right, that we need in a situation, right? We talked about the money's going somewhere. Where's the money? Where's the money going, right? And so being enlightened to the things that you have to stop doing, right? Maybe you need to stop making multiple trips to the same place. That's a cycle. You get what I'm saying? Allowing yourself to go to new places, new stores, will open up new opportunities for your family, for you financially, for you resourcefully, right? And that's a message and an omen within itself. It can also get you down from a stagnant energy, spiritually, right? And this is something that you have to heal. Maybe you always go to that go-to store, right? Maybe it's a Walmart, maybe it's a Target, maybe it's your local grocery store or whatever. And maybe you have to find a different store that's going to tailor for all of your needs, right? Um, Maybe you're going to a convenience store like, Five and Below or Dollar Tree or something like that, or, a local, like an actual little mom and pop convenience store, but that's not helping you, right? And there's other stores that will be able to tailor to all of your needs in your household, with your family, with your pets, for you and your pockets financially, so you could be able to get more bang for your buck, right? And be able to only make one trip is significant, okay? We have the magician here. Yeah, so the magician is in the reverse, and so you're not utilizing all the resources that you have to get the desired outcome that you want financially in your home situation, all right, in your family life, all right. And I do feel like there is more things that you can do to be able to have more opportunities here, right? I feel like you're missing out on a pentacle here because the pentacle is on the table, right? So there's some sort of resource that you can utilize that you're not using. For some of you guys, that are into like manifesting and stuff like that, I do feel like you could be missing out on something. Hey, maybe it's on a table, maybe it's under the table, maybe I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, there's something that you can be using, but you're not using. You can have, you can money manifest, but you're not doing that. You can be allowing other people to manipulate your finances when you don't have to do that. You can do that yourself, right? You can manipulate it for the best and not for the worst, right? And you're not utilizing these resources, whatever this is. And so therefore giving away your power. Do not give away your power when it comes to your finances and your financial opportunities and your financial security, right? We have the Four of Cups reversed, okay? So the Four of Cups reversed is talking about, this is actually acceptance, right? Accepting a situation for what it is, right? This is also, because it's in the reverse, the Four of Cups in the reverse is definitely talking about the previous card, the Three of Cups. So there's a situation here in which you're changing your feelings about, in terms of a social group, in terms of a communal space, in terms of a group energy. Okay, could be friendships, doesn't have to be, but that's what I'm seeing here. With the Four of Cups reversed, it's also talking about like this energy. This is talking about the Eight of Pentacles. So this is what you've been working on, your self-improvement, right? Not necessarily relying on groups of people, friendships and stuff like that, right? Um, with the Eight of Pentacles, you have to remember this is something that you've been working on diligently. So this, you've been spending a lot of time doing this, whatever this is. All right, you guys should already know what I'm talking about. But you've been diligently, working on this, right? Um, we're talking about this energy of, you know, your happiness, right? What you want to celebrate. Things of that nature is significant, right? So with the Four of Cups reversed, we are definitely talking about kind of like this energy of things that you don't want to meditate on, you don't want to contemplate on anymore. Um, you want to start feeling, this is like this sudden awareness that you have, okay, of choosing your happiness. This is what you've been working on. You want to choose your happiness, right? And so you could be withdrawing for some reason, and that reason is that you want to take back your power. This is something that you need to do in order to take back your power financially, okay? So checking in with yourself and saying, are these food in alignment with me and the version of me that I want to be? Is this communal space, these friendships, these people, this, I don't know, the social media, in alignment with the future self that I want to be, or the version that I'm living right now, right? Because some of you guys have already went through your upgrade, your energetic upgrade, and so this is why all these changes are happening, right? And so realigning yourself to things that are not going to make you feel numb energetically and emotionally. This is being able to say no thank you and keep it moving without giving too much explanation, without having to give away your time, give away your energy, give away your money and your resources, right? To people that are not going to value what you have to give. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse and the Six of Wands in the reverse. So this is talking about lack of action, lack of inspiration, lack of motivation. Um, and I feel like this is that energy that needs to be healed, right? Because you don't feel like you're being rewarded for everything that you're doing. And it's not that you're not being rewarded, it's that you're not appreciating yourself. You're not appreciating what you're bringing to the table. And when you don't appreciate yourself or what you're bringing to the table, you can start feeling like your ideas are not as inspirational as others. And it has something to do, like I said, with people that are not in alignment with you, with your goals, your financial goals, your family goals, your energy goals, your health goals, your future goals, period, right? And then that's you taking back your power so that way you can be in alignment, have a communal space, have friendships, have a support system that is going to value you in this situation, right? That's what's significant here. What's going on here for pile 3? Money messages for pile 3. Money messages for pile 3. Money messages for pile 3. Okay. We got a Temperance here. And we talked about, that hangman position of you, becoming enlightened, right? to the situation, to the breach of money, right? And so this is coming right on time. You realizing what this is right now, this is right on time. You found this reading right on time, right? You could have been like, man, I wish I would have known this before. Actually, you found this right on time, so don't worry about it. Your angels guided you here, so that's fine. You needed to realize this the way you realized it, okay? So some of you guys, you gave your power away to family members, to a home situation, financially, and you needed to know that. You needed to find that out. Some of you guys, it was through friendships, it was through a relationship, it was whatever it was. It was a communal space where you kept giving and giving and giving and giving, and then you realize, you know what? This is not really benefiting me, right? This is like going to a particular store and investing money, right? And realizing, you know what? This is not in alignment with me. This is not helping me. It's not helping me to continue to grow, right? And as you continue to you develop yourself more financially, energetically, investing in yourself, right? Spending the time that you needed to, you started to realize, I'm not inspired to go here anymore. I'm not inspired to work with this group of people. I'm not inspired to, I feel like I'm giving away my power or resources that, I can't even use for myself anymore. And that's not fair. And it was about that time for you to have that realization, right? What's going on here? So it wasn't necessarily that you weren't supposed to move or that you weren't in the reliable path. I feel like the path that you were taking felt like it was an unreliable path because of who you were associating with, because of who was taking your power or who you were allowing to take your power or your resources or your time and your energy. You get what I'm saying? What's going on here? All right. Look at that. Bam. Now you have the perfect time to move. The perfect time to move. Now it's the perfect time for you to realize this is the right path for me. The 9 of Cups is in the reverse here. So something was not satisfying your needs because you were looking at it from an unhealed place. You get what I'm saying? And so you felt dissatisfied in the situation because you were unappreciated. People weren't appreciating what you were bringing to the table. And that's why you felt unsatisfied, right? If you guys were dealing with some sort of passionate venture or like a one-night stand or a player-like energy, and you thought that this person was like a soulmate or a twin flame, that person was not your person. That was like a fake or a decoy connection. It did come in the form of some sort of passion, but I do feel like it was more lust than love, or lust than, intimacy from what I'm seeing here. All right. What's going on here? And I feel like all of that was a part of the lesson as well. What's going on here? Thank you. All right, we have the Hierophant in the reverse. So it's interesting here. So whatever you do have in the form of a skill, in the form of a trade, in the form of a side gig or job or whatever, it's non-traditional, right? Not a lot of people will go ahead and do it, all right? I do feel like whoever you did have around you, and now we're talking about like religiously or spiritually, right? They, whatever you practice, they didn't practice, and it kind of made you feel like an outsider. And so like this black sheep energy is here, like heavy, and it hurt you to go through this, and then eventually you were like, I don't even know what to feel anymore about the situation. But I feel like around those people you could not connect with your higher self. The Page of Wands here is in the reverse, so it's talking definitely about this energy of this decoy energy, right? You gave your power away to that person, right? That particular situation here. This person could have felt like family to you, or you could have felt like you were going to, because this is generational, you could have felt like this came from a generational curse, or this was like a generational cycle, or this was a situation where you were the one that broke this cycle by learning who not to give your power away to, right? We have the 10 of Cups reversed. Yeah, you weren't happy in this situation, right? However, You didn't lose the money. You didn't lose your financial energy. You didn't lose your vitality in the situation. You were just not emotionally satisfied. And in that particular connection or with that specific situation, you didn't have your material needs met, right? And this was kind of that like tower that had to happen, this personal reflection, this personal transformation that needed to take place for you to develop yourself more, spend more time on yourself, spend more time on what you needed to in order for you to move forward and move on from this particular situation, right? Connection or whatever this was. Um, in order for you to move into that right path that we were talking about, which leads to that hottest love has the coldest end. And then we have the Four of Wands and the Full Energy. The Full Energy just lets you know it's a fresh start, right? The bottom of the deck, we have, if you guys could see that, actually, I'm going to put it right here. Your life, okay? Let's see. Your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change. So now you're changing your life strategically for the better because of everything that you have learned, okay? So you guys comment down below, let me know how this resonates for you. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace.